Good night, everyone, and thanks for joining us on another exciting episode of Sportsin. It's always a pleasure having your company, but look, it's been an awesome weekend as well as this week for me. Godwin, how was your week?
It's been a busy weekend, but work has to continue, and here we are. We're bringing all the information of weekend sports to our viewers.
All right, some big games over the weekend was NRL Round 21 last Friday night between the Raiders and Warriors in Auckland. Godwin, these games brought the viewers, or the fans, I should say, on their toes. It was a 1-point victory with the home side winning 21 points, defeating Raiders to 20. The game went into halftime on 14-6, and with Warriors firing in the second half. Just 10 minutes into the second half, the Warriors came with 2 quick tries, and Raiders responded also with 20 minutes left. Yeah,
it was an exciting match. I also watched the match, but I'm a Warriors fan, so what can I say?
Yeah, so the last try there, Jack Whiten, he scored the last try just 30 minutes into full time and to take the game into golden point. And then Sean Johnson put the icing on the cake there with a field goal to wrap up the game with a win, 21 points to 20. Yeah, so that was a really good game. The game got the fans on their toes. So also, one of the major overseas news was the Commonwealth Games in Victoria. The state of Victoria pulling out of hosting the 2026 Commonwealth Games due to the cost of. Yeah,
well, it's been making headlines, especially for the Commonwealth countries rather. These are games where Commonwealth countries come together and participate, and of course PNG is one of them. But I think, despite having the facilities, it comes down to the finance side of things. How can they fund teams in terms of accommodation and other things like that, airfares. But it's never too late. It's 2026. Australia has enough time to, make money and come up with some form of assistance to make sure that they don't lose these games. But there are other countries who can also not forget, can host similar events.
Yeah. One of the things that the reason why they pulled out of hosting the 2026 Commonwealth Games was because of the funding. It cost around $6 to $7 billion. So that was the state premiers had to come up with that really bold decision to not cancel, but pull out of hosting as hosting rights. Yeah. In the local sports, the CRU completed its regular season on a successful note, and they go into their finals this week, as well as the Port Moresby Soccer Association also concluding round 1 and adds into round 2 this weekend. One of the big games I covered over the weekend was the ICC East Asia Pacific Regional T20 tournament at the Amini Park. The game that took the crowd, the cricket crowd here on their toes, was between PNG and Philippines. This game was the best game that I enjoyed covering. PNG won the toss and elected to bat first with a whooping score of 7 for 162 runs. Philippines responded but could not keep the tempo up. They failed short with all out for 45 runs in just 17 overs.
I guess it goes to it goes towards the support, home crowd support. Especially when PNG is playing on their home turf. So that was good to see PNG at least take the win.
That's right. Yeah, so there were some fantastic sporting activities witnessed over the weekend, kind of stressful, especially running around the sporting oval, but it was fun, and I'm definitely looking forward for another exciting sporting feast this weekend. All right. Here is what we've got in store for you tonight on the show. We have highlights of the ICC East Asia Pacific Regional T20 tournament, also a team from Trukai Industries and PNGOC. They will be joining us on the show tonight. But before we go straight into that, here is a rundown, or here is the recap on the weekend scoreline, starting with NRL Round 21 results. Godwin, please take us through.
Yes, to the NRL Round 21 results, we've got Dragons defeating Tigers 18 points to 14, Warriors defeating the Raiders 21 points to 20, 1 point difference. Broncos also defeating Rabbitohs with 36 points win. We've got Roosters also at the top with 36 as well, defeating the Titans. Knights defeating the Storms with 26 points. Cowboys 24 leading Eels. Panthers 44 points to Bulldogs 18. And we've got Eagles also sitting on top with 30 points, defeating Sharks 26. And moving on to the Host Plus Cup Round 18 results, we've got Devils with 44 points, defeating Seagulls with 32 points. Capras also defeating Jets with 46 points to 6. Dolphins defeating the Bears with 38 points to 6. Tweedhead Seagulls 38 points, defeating the Tigers 12. Falcons leading the Prides with 24 points to 8. And Magpies defeating the Cutters 14 points to 12. And Blackhawks defeating Clydesdales with 42 points to 12. Moving on to PNG NRLC Round 14 results, we've got the Central Dabaris sitting on top with 24 points to Mount Hagen Eagles 0. Muruks leading 22 points over the Gurias with 12 points. Isos sitting at 14 points, defeating Lahanis 12. Wigmen taking the lead over the Qatas with 26 points to 20. Tigers defeating the Sepik Pride with 32 points to 8. And Miox draw with the NCDC Port Moresby Vipers with 22 points, equalizing the scoreboard. In the CRU Round 15 Premier Men's results, we've got Harlequins defeating the Crusaders 24 points to 10. Defence defeating Wanderers 10. Piggies defeating Marlins with 25 points to 12. And Nova sitting on top with a whooping 75 points, with Valley Hunters trailing at 12.
Thanks, Godwin, for those updates. And that was the weekend scoreline. Some upsets there in the NRL and PNG NRLC as well. Anyway, we'll take a short break now, and when we return, we'll go straight into our next segment with highlights of the 2023 ICC East Asia Pacific Regional T20 Tournament right here on Sportsy. So don't go away. Hi and welcome back to Sports Scene. I'm here at the Amini Park, the home of cricket PNG. We're here to witness the ICC East Asia Pacific Regional T20 Qualifiers that is currently played between 4 countries, the Philippines, Japan, Vanuatu, and of course our very own PNG Barramundis. The tournament will run till the 29th, with the winner to qualify for the T20 World Cup that will be played in West Indies early next year. So let's take a look and see some highlights of our very own PNG Barramundis taking on the Vanuatu in this match. The PNG Barramundis got off to a positive start after a 9-wicket win over Vanuatu and proving too strong against the Philippines in their ICC East Asia Pacific T20 Qualifier campaign at the Amini Park over the weekend. PNG Barramundis captain Asadola Vala said it was a proud moment while complimenting a top performance shown by his boys. We couldn't ask for more, and this all showed in how we expected in terms of how we wanted to bowl and bat throughout, Vala said. Barra's coach Nathan Ridden also reiterated on the performance of the boys. Ridden said they wanted to dominate from the start, and the team eventually did what they needed to do.
Yeah, look, it was hard to find too many errors with today's performance. We said we wanted to come out and start the competition well and dominate, and that was a really good dominating performance. But, I mean, we got 6 games of cricket, so 5 more left, and we want to ensure that we're on the ball each game. So, yeah, good start, and they'll have some confidence going into tomorrow.
He said their aim going into this tournament was to finish off well and seal a T20 World Cup spot. PNG Barramundis youngster John Carrico also made an impressive T20 debut, claiming a hat-trick of wickets on home soil, which then saw him being awarded the man of the match.
First time we go inside and look for pressure and nervous, but I mix it first wicket for me and start pressure and nervous and you can control you. Yeah, look at Nara Prasai them. I'm okay. Skipper okay helping me one time, vice player. Okay, talking me okay one time something different. First time we play front own proud for me. The family come support, all friends now, all this come support, and me, I'm a master.
Vanuatu skipper Patrick Matautava applauded his men for giving the home side a good challenge, but simple errors in complacency led to the loss.
I think the PNG boys did really well with the ball in the field, and they put us under pressure. So they take the away wickets and then they put us, our team in the back foot, and with their batting they just destroy us, to be honest. I think the most important thing is our batting. We need to, our top six needs to step up the game and put a good score from the start, so that our tailenders can take it from there, and our bowlers can pull to a field, to a target that it's chaseable. Like I said, this game is gone. We focus on tomorrow's game and the next few other games, so probably we get more wins then. So if any Vanuatu, any Nivans living in Port Moresby, please come down to Amini Park and support your team, Vanuatu.
The Barramundis ran supreme again, continuing their dominance against Japan on Tuesday this week, and the chances of a World Cup sport looks promising. Meanwhile, the tournament continues tomorrow with Philippines taking on Japan and PNG going up against Vanuatu. Saturday's fixtures will see Philippines taking on Vanuatu and PNG taking on Japan, with the team that finishes on top automatically qualifies for a World Cup sport in West Indies early next year. And there you have it. That was the second game between the PNG Barramundis and the Vanuatu of the East Asia Pacific Regional T20 Qualifiers right here at the Amini Park. The game saw our Barramundis defeating the Vanuatus on a easy win. Stay with us as we bring you more of these updates coming your way right here on Sports Scene.
Welcome back. If you've just tuned in, you're watching Sports Scene. Now, joining me on set tonight from Trukai Industries, we've got General Brand Executive Stephanie Vagalia and the Corporate Manager for PNG Olympic Committee, Denzil Agi. Good night, guys, and thanks for being with us on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. I think we'll start with you, Denzil. Just tell us about the role of PNG Olympic Committee when it comes to, Team PNG.
Okay, so the role of Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee is to, we are responsible for sending Team PNG to Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games and the Pacific Games, including the mini Pacific Games. So we were established in 1961, and since then we've been, that has been our responsibility to be sending away our Team PNG to take part in these international sporting events.
Okay, so we're less than a few months away from the 2023 Pacific Games. What's the preparation like?
I think the preparation has been pretty good. We have a very good organizing committee working very hard behind the scenes to make sure we're ready at all our centers. We've got 3 centers that where the Fun Run event will be taking place. Stephanie will run through the details of the how the organization at these centers are going. Yep. But otherwise we've pretty much
ready for the Fun Run.
Yeah. So
okay, so what are some of the messages? I know Trukai Fun Run is basically to make fundraise for Team PNG. But what are some of the messages that Trukai Fun Run T-shirts carry? Because of course, everyone that purchases, or companies, corporate houses that purchase Trukai Fun Run T-shirts, their own proceeds then go to supporting something else.
So, like you mentioned, the proceeds go towards supporting our Team PNG. They will be taking part in the Solomon Islands Games, Pacific Games, in November later this year. So sport plays a big role in nation building for Papua New Guinea. giving our youth, our young aspiring sportsmen and women out there a pathway to, take part in meaningful activities. So for this particular fun run, we're trying to encourage, those in attendance or who will be participating, look out team, Mama Nasusa, we want to look after each other and promote a safe event for families to come out and enjoy. And also it'll be a chance for everyone to be, part of Team PNG just for the day itself, run for Team PNG if you would like, for most of us, you'll be walking for Team PNG. So.
Yeah, great. Stephanie, can you tell us where Trukai Fun Run events will be taking place in the country, probably certain locations within the country?
Yep. So this year's Fun Run, locations that where we will have our Fun Run will be at Port Moresby, Lake Kokopo, Mount Hagen, Goroka, Lihir, and Ramu.
And there are different dates for each town or city to run their own Trukai Fun Run?
No, what we intend to do is run the Fun Runs simultaneously. Okay. So that will be on August the 20th in these locations, participating locations. Yeah.
So where do individuals purchase T-shirts if they want to take part or participate in the event?
Okay, well, you can purchase the Trukai Fun Run T-shirts in our following retail outlets: Trophy House in Port Moresby, Lane and Mount Hagen, Goroka at the National Sports Institute, also at all our Stop and Shop outlets within Port Moresby, Anitua Supermarket, Lihir Sports and the Social Club in Lihir, and also in Ramu, in Gusam, Suriname, and Leron.
And is there a registration for individuals that might want to participate?
Yes. So with the purchase of the Trukai Fun Run shirts, we will have indemnity forms that are with the shirts, and we will have our Trukai team on site in location to ensure that those that would like to participate will fill out the indemnity, and with that get a wristband. So with the purchase of the Trukai Fun Run shirts with 20 kina, you then register and get yourself a wristband in order to participate.
So what are the requirements if even me or the general public wanted to participate?
Okay, so the requirements are the 2023 Trukai Fun Run shirt plus the wristband.
Now, interestingly, Trukai Industries has been part of, supporting Team PNG and, of course, Trukai Fun Run itself for 23 years. It's a massive milestone. And how has Trukai been, always not at the forefront, but always at the back of our Team PNG athletes as well, supporting them?
Okay, so our partnership with PNGOC and naming rights sponsors of the Fun Run for the last 23 years signifies our commitment to PNG, particularly in sports. The Fun Run is one of our biggest fundraisers for Team PNG, and we're proud to be a part of this to help local athletes participate in the global sporting scene.
Denzil, Trukai Industries has been the major sponsor. Or the naming rights sponsor to Trukai Fun Run, an event that's spearheaded by PNG Olympic Committee.
Yeah. So we're really appreciative of help support sending our team across and taking part in these events. It's something that our athletes and everyone who's part and parcel with Team PNG, we're all very appreciative of Trukai's support.
Okay, maybe a bit of an update on what's going on with sporting federations in preparations for the Pacific Games. Are all the athletes preparing themselves?
Yes, I think we're, not exactly the final stages, but the preparations have been going well. There's been a lot of performance and testing that's been taking place as well to make sure our athletes taking care of themselves and in good shape to later take the trip over to Solomon Islands and take part in the events. So so far it's been going well.
Good. Stephanie, any last words to our viewers who are watching at home about the Trukai Fun Run and supporting Team PNG?
Well, come support Team PNG. Purchase your Trukai Fun Run shirts from participating outlets as mentioned, and it goes a long way to support our athletes in the sporting scene. So.
Well, there you have it, viewers. The Trukai Fun Run will take place around the country in various locations, as mentioned by Stephanie, on the 20th of August. So, guys, thank you so much. Denzil, Stephanie, it was great having you guys on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you're watching Sports In. We'll bring you more sporting updates when we return.
Welcome back, and you're watching Sports In. All right, before we take a look at the weekend previews for what's coming up this weekend, there's a special announcement to make about the PNG Netball Federation also unveiling their much-anticipated national squad in preparation for the Pacific Games. A total of 26 have been selected, and from this squad, only 15 will be announced in September. The selection process commenced with the Port Moresby selection trials, which took place on the 1st of July. So we're looking forward to some young upcoming stars making their debut at the Pacific Games.
Yeah. No, I believe that it's a great move by PNG Netball to have these young players as well as some old experienced players. So, experienced players with the new and upcoming talents. I don't see anything going wrong with the final team being selected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll now take a look at the weekend previews, starting with the PNG NRL round 15 draws. Godwin will run us through to that.
Yes, the weekend sports preview. We've got PNG NRL round 15 draw stands on Saturday, 29th of July at NFS. We've got Gurias versus the Cutters. Miox will take on the Cipic Pride. On Saturday as well, we've got Wigmen versus the Hagen Eagles in Lay Rugby League Oval. On Sunday, we have Tigers playing against the Gulf ISO at NFS, followed by Lahanis taking on the NCDC Port Moresby Vipers. And on Sunday as well, but this time in Lay, we've got the Dabaris taking on the Muruks. And in NPL Round 5 men's draw on Saturday, 29 July, we have Pom Strikers taking on the Lay City Dwellers, Gulf Komara versus the United Highlands. And at the St. Ignatius Gilagis Stadium, we've got Lay City FC versus the Hekari United. And then followed by Medang FC versus Morobe Wawens. Moving on to NRL Round 22 draw on Friday, we've got West Tigers taking on the Rabbitohs and Storms versus the Eels. On Saturday, we have Raiders taking on the Knights, followed by Dragons and Eels. And then we have Panthers taking on the Sharks. On Sunday, the 30th of July, we've got Bulldogs versus the Dolphins. And we've got Titans taking on the North Queensland Cowboys. And into the Host Plus Cup, round 19 draws, we've got Falcons versus Seagulls, we've got Jets versus the Devils, and Bears taking on the Pride, Blackhawks versus the Cutters, Glidesdale will take on the Capras, and Tigers to take on our very own SPPNG Hunters.
And that was the weekend previews for what's coming up this weekend. Oh yeah, if there is any stories or sporting events that you would like us to provide media coverage to, please do not hesitate to contact us on the following details there on the screen. You can call us on 312-9229 or email sportsin@mtv.com.pg or visit us at Garden City Level 2 Boroko. We'll be also uploading all the content of tonight's show on the Sportsin Facebook page. So if you missed out on the show, do visit the page and see the videos of the show tonight. Unfortunately, this is where we get to go. But before we do that, Godwin, is there anything you would like to say before we go?
We've got a lot of exciting sporting events happening over the weekend. So wherever you are and you see the Sportsin team, please do not hesitate to say hello or give us any feedbacks or anything that you'd like us to update on our Sportsin program. Otherwise, we look forward to next weekend.
Again, that's about it for tonight. On behalf of myself and Godwin, as well as the rest of our team here, thanks for joining us on this episode of Sportsin. It was our pleasure having your company, and we shall do this again, same time, same place. Until then, it's good night and God bless from all of us here.